to our podcast. Today we're going to make tabouli, which is it's a salad basically the Lebanese people make. And my name is Steve Kargatis. 3 of my grandparents were from Lebanon. And tabouli is basically, the main ingredient is parsley, and green onions, tomatoes, cucumbers, although some people do not put cucumbers in, some people do. We're putting cucumbers in today. And wheat germ. And wheat germ is bulgur wheat. And then there's going to be olive oil, salt and pepper, and lemon. And that pretty much is the ingredients. And we're going to make it out. We're going to show you how to clean parsley and wash it, clean and make it small and mix it all together. And then we'll have some a little later to taste. Thank you.
Hola chicos y chicas. Hi chicos y chicas. We're here. Estamos aquí con Pappou. Pappou?
Yeah, that's
Pappou.
Grandfather.
And grandfather is gonna share his recipe, and we're gonna go with the ingredients for tabouli. Vamos con los ingredientes del tabouli.
First thing we do, and the first ingredient is parsley. And that's basically the most labor-intensive part. You'll do that the day before you're gonna make it probably. So you're gonna get regular, we use curly tabouli parsley, but you can use flat parsley. But the secret is, you just pick off the leaves. You don't want any of the stems.
Okay.
So we just show how you do this.
Ok, vamos primero a limpiar el perejil. Pueden usar cualquier tipo de perejil, pero este es más normal. Y lo que vamos a hacer, este proceso es un poco largo, lo pueden hacer el día anterior y le vamos a sacar las hojitas. Así, ¿verdad? Like this.
Right.
So, in little pieces, en pedacitos chiquitos, las hojitas. Okay. And how many? ¿Cuántos?
Okay, now you can make as much as you want. We're making 7 bunches of parsley today, which is a very large batch. But you can make 2 or 3 depending on how big your party is going to be.
Okay. Pueden hacer la cantidad que quieran. El día de hoy vamos a hacer 7, que es una gran cantidad. Son 7 rollitos de perejil. So bunches, you mean like a whole bunch? Like a whole
bunch of parsley, yeah.
That's one. Okay.
One.
So 7 of those.
That's what we're making today.
Okay, vamos a hacer 7 rollos grandes de perejil. Pero ustedes hacen la cantidad que quieran. Alright, so this is how you clean it. Así lo limpio.
So after you pick all your parsley, and that's going to take several hours, and it's good to have some helpers.
Después de que limpias el perejil, que toma varias horas, es bueno que tener ayudantes.
But we've done this all in advance.
Pero lo hemos hecho antes.
Now we have to clean the parsley, and the best way to clean parsley is, and here is some that's already picked here, and we're going to put it in a whole tub of water like this. You don't want to put it in a colander. You want to put it in a pot of water like this. Swish it around.
Lo vamos a limpiar.
And all the dirt will go to the bottom, the sand and the dirt.
Y toda la tierra se va a ir al fondo. La arena y la tierra se van.
So you want to pick it off like this.
Lo juntamos así y lo pasan a otro contenedor, otro recipiente.
And you could do this, you'll have to do this 2 or 3 times depending on how dirty it is.
Oh.
But you can tell when you finish taking this off, if there's a lot of sand or dirt in the bottom, usually 2 or 3 times we'll clean it.
Okay.
And sometimes you're going to lose a little bit because you can't get it all out. But don't worry about it, you'll lose a little bit. It's not worth the time to...
Don't cry. Don't cry for
We'll just pour off the dirty water like this.
Ahí tiramos la agua sucia y pasamos ya el limpio aquí, a este contenedor. Eso lo tienen que hacer unas 3 o 4 veces hasta que quede bien limpio, sin nada de arena ni tierra.
And we're going to put now more water and wash it a second time.
Wow, ahora ponemos más agua y lo lavamos una segunda vez. ¿Y how many times, Mr. Pappou?
Well, sometimes 2, sometimes 3. It depends. I didn't see much on the bottom of the water, so this one I think I'm only going to wash 2.
Okay.
It seemed to be pretty clean, but sometimes you'll see a lot of sand and dirt at the bottom of the water, and you keep washing it till you don't see any.
Ok, lo vamos a hacer por varias veces. Esta vez como unas 3 es suficiente porque no está muy sucio. Y ya venimos, we'll be back.
It's very wet, but we want to dry it.
Ahora que tenemos el perejil lavado, todavía está muy mojado, lo tenemos que secar.
And so the 2 ways we do it, the easiest way is if you have a spinner, put it in the spinner, and then we'll spin it, and all the water will come out.
La manera más fácil es ponerlo en un centrífugo como este, que se le da vuelta y se le sale el líquido. Es muy fácil. Así ¿sí? El centrífugo. Para que todo el líquido salga. Or the other way is with a paper
Or you can
towel.
put it on a towel, a big, like a bath towel, and dry it. But this is a lot easier.
Pero también lo pueden poner en una toalla de papel y lo secan con una toalla de papel. Pero esto es mucho más fácil y rápido.
The lettuce or the parsley in smaller pieces, and in the old days, the women cut it by hand with a knife. But if you have a Cuisinart or some kind of chopper, it's very fast.
It's very fast. La
So-
próxima parte que hay que hacer es picarlo, pero si tienen un procesador de estos de alimentos, es más fácil para picarlo. Muchas veces lo pueden hacer a mano como lo hacían en el tiempo de antes, las mujeres, ¿verdad? So, this is a Lebanese dish, right?
Right.
So, in Lebanese, women, we used to chop it by hand.
By hand, yeah.
Las mujeres de Líbano lo hacían a mano. Yes. And so this recipe, you got it from your mother's side?
Yeah, my mother.
Your mother's side.
And my
La
grandma.
mamá y la abuelita le dieron esta receta. Oh, great.
So let me put this together, and then
Okay.
we'll show you how we chop it.
Ok, vamos a mostrar cómo lo vamos a picar.
Chop it up in the blender.
Okay.
But the thing about it is we have to be careful. We don't want to turn it into liquid. We just want to chop it up. So I use my pulse. So
Okay.
with a pulse.
Hay que hacerlo con pausas para que no se vuelva el líquido. Tener cuidado.
And we'll just keep pulsing it and look at the size.
Miren el
It'll
tamaño.
get smaller, because it's
Se
compacted.
va viendo a
But-
paura pausa el tamaño de las hojitas.
Then I think it's okay now.
Y ya creo que estamos bien.
Okay.
Ok, ahora lo sacamos.
Take it
You want me to
apart.
hold it?
Yeah.
Here.
Let me see.
Hold it. Here. I can smell it. Lo podemos oler y huele bien rico. It smells really good. Very fresh.
I'm gonna move out of the way 'cause I don't want
Okay.
to get
And now we're gonna
any
put it
on.
here, right?
Yeah. See how small is this?
Yeah. This is like for a nightmare. Like a frightening movie. Oh wow, that's a whole. Those are 7 bunches of parsley here, right?
Yeah, 7 bunches of parsley reduced down
Reducidos
to small pieces.
a pequeños pedacitos. El perejil, vean qué chiquititos y finitos se hizo. Y no líquido, it's no liquid yet, so be careful not to do it too much. No hacerlo mucho.
Washed and cleaned
Okay.
and chopped.
Ya que tenemos el perejil limpio, picado y listo,
So also we put green onions in it. So you buy, and what'll be in the recipe, but about 2 small bunches per cup, per 2 cups. And if you like a lot of onions, you can put a little bit more, a little bit less. Because these were large onions, I actually chopped them up with the parsley, but you can just cut them up with a knife also.
la receta también requiere cebollinos, estos chives, cebollinos, y como se utilizan como 2 tazas por, you need 2 cups per,
2 small bunches per 2 cups.
ok,
Or
2
one-
pequeños de estos por cada 2 tazas, ok, y los picas bien, pero eso depende qué tanto cebolla te gusta, pero estos son los cebollinos que lleva bien picaditos, se le agrega ahí también, ok.
So the next ingredients, I have chopped up a large cucumber. I actually used a European cucumber, but we used actually half a European and half from my daughter's garden. So they're
Oh,
all
nice.
organic. And you just chop them up into small pieces, and we're going to add all of these into the parsley.
Ok, también esto lleva pepino y pueden encontrar el pepino bien grande que se vende aquí o el pepino orgánico de su huerta y lo picamos bien y se lo echamos a esto. Son 2 pepinos grandes.
Then we have tomatoes. Cut those up into small pieces like this. And we use about, 6 medium tomatoes for 7 cups. But it's about this much.
También
And
tenemos
then we put all
tomates.
this in. You can put more or less depending on how much you like tomatoes.
Exacto. También tenemos tomates que usamos bien picaditos y le agregamos el tomate. Le pueden poner la cantidad de tomate que ustedes quieran dependiendo qué tanto les gusta el tomate. Yo utilicé, how many cups did you use? Sorry.
I used about 6 medium tomatoes for 6 or 7 cups of parsley.
6 tomates medianos para las 7 tazas de perejil.
Yeah, I'm gonna. So this is wheat germ, which is bulgur wheat.
Este es germen de trigo.
Tell the side.
And this is number 2. It can come finer or more coarse. And this has been soaking in hot water for over an hour to
Okay.
soften it up.
Este germen de trigo se ha mantenido en agua caliente para que se suelte un poquito y se suavice. Este es el número 2. This wheat germ, how did you buy it? Did you buy it like that at the store?
Yeah, you can buy it from Sprouts.
Oh,
Maybe from Sprouts.
el germen de trigo lo compran en
Bring in,
tiendas
we got the package
orgánicas.
right over here.
Ok, vamos a traer el paquete para enseñárselos. We'll be back to show you.
Squeeze this just a little
that's
bit
what it
because it's
is.
very wet, and I don't want to put too much water in it. And this is 2 cups. I don't know if I'm going to put all of it in. I want to see what it looks like
Okay, let me show them, mommy.
before I.
Okay, hi. This is the wheat germ que se vende así en las tiendas. So lo sacan, we take it out, and you put it in water the night before, right?
No, just for 1 hour before.
For 1
you
hour
make it.
before. Okay, se pone en agua 1 hora antes para que se quede así sueltito. And then you rinse the water out of it.
Well, I'm just squeezing a little bit. You'll see the water, how much in there.
Okay.
You know,
So le sacamos el agua, todavía mire suelta agüita. It still release some liquid.
a lot of it's soaked into the wheat germ to make it soft.
Este es germen de trigo que se hace suavecito con el agua. Entonces los venden en las tiendas orgánicas, el germen de trigo. You want me to
Yeah, I'm
fix
gonna-
it? You want me to fix it?
Well, I'm going to put about. Right now I got 2 cups, but I'm going to put just 1.5 for starters to see how I like
Okay.
how the texture.
So this is like a cup and a half.
Yeah.
Okay. Tenemos taza y media de germen de trigo que se quedó 1 hora soltándose en agua. It looks like oatmeal, ¿verdad?
Well, it's,
A little bit.
so so we'll just mix it up.
Lo
Now,
mezclamos.
usually, if you put a lot of bulgur wheat in there, people call it like white because you see more.
sure.
If you put less in, it'll be more green because there's more parsley.
Sure.
So I'm just looking at it to see whether I want to put more wheat in.
Okay.
Right now, it's looking pretty good. It might take a little bit more wheat because once we mix it up,
We'll see, right?
we'll see what it looks like.
Ahora lo mezclamos y así vamos viendo cuánta cantidad de germen de trigo le ponemos. Si lo quieren blanquito, le ponen más germen de trigo. O si lo quieren más verde, pues le ponen menos. Y ahí lo vamos calculando.
Tomatoes, we have our cucumbers, we have our parsley, we have our green onions, and we have our wheat germ all mixed together. So now we're going to add.
Ok, entonces ya tenemos los tomates, tenemos el germen de trigo, tenemos el perejil, tenemos el pepino, la cebolla, todo revuelto. Entonces ahora, what do we do?
So now we're going to put some olive oil in.
Okay.
Right now I have 8 ounces, but I'm gonna put maybe 3/4 of it in for now.
Vamos a poner
and
3/4 de
then
aceite
and
de
see
oliva.
how I like it.
¿Ok? Vamos a ir probando cómo nos gusta. Son 8 onzas de aceite de oliva, pero le pusimos 6 para probar cómo va a quedar.
And probably this is lemon, freshly squeezed lemon. We can put probably as much as 12 ounces in it, but here again, we're going to see what the texture is, and we'll put this much in for now.
¿Ok? Ahora
Sí,
tenemos
¿verdad?
jugo de limón natural y lo vamos también. How many ounces you had there? I'm sorry.
Well, I think that was. I go. This is.
Like.
This is actually all in
Oh.
milliliters. This one here, but I
It's
think we
probably like 2
squeeze
cups, right?
about
2 cups.
1, 2, 3, about five lemons we squeezed there.
Fueron como 5 limones, ¿ok? Y lo vamos también echando poquito a poco para probar la textura.
And then I have about, for this size, I have 2.25 teaspoons of salt.
2 1/4 cucharaditas de sal.
And later on, after we taste it,
Lo
we
tenemos que
might
probar.
add a little more salt if we need to.
¿Ok? Tenemos que ir probando la sal para ver si agregar más o no. Y luego, this is pepper. This is
And then we
pimienta.
have a little over a teaspoon of pepper.
Un poquito más de una
Here
cucharadita de
again,
pimienta.
we'll add maybe a little bit more after we taste it, after we mix it a while.
Y puede que le agreguemos más conforme lo vamos probando.
So now we're gonna all mix it up,
Y lo vamos a ir mezclando. Wow.
see what the texture is.
Para ver la textura del mismo.
I can already tell that I'm gonna put a little bit more oil and a little bit more lemon in it.
Alright.
So you can pour all that in, yeah.
Ok, ahora all of it.
All of it,
Le
yeah.
vamos a agregar ya todo el limón, porque el aceite, perdón, porque ya se puede ver la textura que sí se necesita. Awesome.
And we'll put the rest of this lemon juice in.
Y el resto del jugo de limón también.
The recipe we give you, that's going to be on the website will tell you a good starting point, and then you taste it. Actually, I usually like to make it one day and let it sit in the refrigerator all night
Wow.
and let it all soak in, and then the next day I might do a little bit more seasoning depending on what it tastes like.
Exactly. Por lo general dice que nosotros le gusta dejarlo en el refrigerador todo un día y al día siguiente probarlo, que sabe un poco mejor, más concentrado. It's more concentrated, right?
Right. So she can stop now. Now that we've got everything mixed and we tasted it, it tastes pretty good. We're not going to add anything for the time being. So traditionally, and this is option, traditionally we'll eat it in lettuce. So we'll put regular head lettuce and, you know, get a nice piece and put it on a plate like this.
Wow.
And then we'll serve, you know,
A little amount.
a spoon of each one.
Okay. Aquí es como nosotros lo servimos. Una vez que probamos los condimentos y que la sal esté correcta, lo vamos a servir en hojas de lechuga. Wow. And that's how you eat it, right?
And that's how we're going to eat
Es
it.
como un healthy taco.
Sorry
Es un
you're
taco.
not here.
Siento que no están aquí, amigos.
Don't forget to tell
I'm going to put this on the table. You don't want to serve it out of the pot. You get a nice fancy bowl and put it in there. And then cut your lemon in thin slices and just kind of decorate the top of it with lemon.
Generalmente, cuando ustedes ya lo tienen listos, pueden decorarlo con limones de los amarillitos en pequeñas tajadas y lo pueden poner alrededor del plato para decorarlo. Pero I just want to try it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try this.
Hasta luego.
Hasta luego. Well, let me try this.
So,
This is
you got
perfect.
one of these?
I love the with germ. Muy rico. Very delicious. Thank you, amigos. And see you soon for more recipes.